10.
No matter what you do, we can't be stopped.
I ain't never scared. I'm everywhere. You ain't never there.
106.7 Buzz 2. KBZU Little Rock. Live from Waldo's Chicken and Beer, it's time for Trojan Talk with Trey Schaap on the Little Rock Trojans Radio Network. Tune in for all the Little Rock Trojans news, recaps, and updates. This broadcast is brought to you by Dillard's, Stevens, and Pepsi. Now, here's your host, Trey Schaap.
Welcome to another edition of Trojan Talk live from Waldo's Chicken and Beer. It's another week of Little Rock Trojans athletics. We're joined by head basketball coach Steve Weedor. We will be joined by graduate player Jordan Hallman, one of your captains on the team this year. We'll also be joined by Darryl Walker, head basketball coach of your Little Rock men, and Neil Arisman is in the building tonight as well. Little Rock Wrestling Talk, as they have Senior Day festivities coming up on Sunday inside of the Jack Stevens Center. Coach, we'll start with a good Hall of Fame ceremony this past weekend, I thought, at the Jack on Friday night, where former Trojan Taylor Galt and head coach Joe Foley went into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I thought that was a great ceremony. Enjoyed being there, and you know, both of those people are well deserved of that honor, and definitely got a good opportunity to talk to both of those.
Coach, last week when we were here, we were getting ready for 3 games in 5 days, and it started with a road trip to UT Martin, where we drove up the day of the game and then drove back the day of the game. I didn't know if we were going to get there because of all of the fog, but somehow we were able to get there. We were able to get out and play the game, and, man, your ladies played a great ball game, 68-53 win at a tough place to play. It's been kind of close games over there, but this is one of the outliers, I guess. We've won every time we played over there at the Elam Center, but this an outlier because of how big the margin was.
Yeah, I thought one of our best games of the year. I mean, we played really solid on both ends, and, you know, since that game, they've won 2 big games. You know, this last week, Tennessee Martin turned it around and won 2 big games, 2 of the top teams in the conference they beat, and so it was a big game for us, and I thought our girls really came into play that night.
Yeah, Tennessee Martin beat Morehead State and Southern Indiana, 2 teams that were above them and us in the conference standings. And another shocker in the conference last weekend was on Saturday at Tennessee State. You've always said, in this league, the Ohio Valley Conference, anybody can beat anybody. Well, that was proof on Saturday when Western Illinois, who had 2 losses in conference play, they go into Nashville, Tennessee, the Gentry Center. Tennessee State beats them, and now Western Illinois, they still control their own destiny, whether or not they're going to be the 1 seed or not, but there are some teams that can catch them now with that loss. And Tennessee State, they were in last place in the league.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can beat anybody, and you know, I told you when we went over there, Tennessee State's one of the toughest places to play. And, you know, when we went in there 2 or 3 weeks ago, I mean, it was, you know, it was a battle, and we were able to come out with a win. So, you know, it's just, you know, you got to take them 1 game at a time each night and be ready to do what you can do.
1 game at a time. That game at UT Martin, your ladies shot the ball very, very well. For the game, you were 41% from the floor, 25 of 61, 10 of 21 behind the 3-point line, 8 of 11 at the free throw line, led by Brenna Burke, 17 points for her. She was 5 of 8 behind the 3-point line.
Yeah, pretty consistent there. I think we had 4 people in double figures or close. And, you know, it like I said, one of our better offensive games, and I felt like, you know, we really shared the basketball with each other. You know, we talked about making plays for teammates, and that was, you know, what the girls went out there and executed.
Well, they executed very, very well, and then we came home. We got shellacked by Lindenwood, so we're not going to talk about that game. Just chalk it down as a loss. It's all right. Maybe we'll get them back in the conference tournament, have a chance, opportunity to there. Yeah,
want to get another chance.
I know. Want them again. I think we can play a little bit better. And then SIUE, a pesky SIUE team on Saturday at the Jack Stevens Center. We win it by 9, 73-64. And, Coach, you had 3 players in double figures, one of them off the bench, Pearson McVeigh with 10 points.
Pearson really came in, you know, and did a great job. And Blessing Teamer, another girl, you know, coming off the bench there, did a great job. So that's really, you know, that's really something we're looking forward to, is those 2 girls being able to give us some more.
Blessing came off the bench and tied her career high in rebounds with 5. She is a player, Coach, that I see watching the game and calling the game, all of a sudden I see her just fly out of nowhere to go grab a rebound.
Yeah, a lot of energy. I mean, Blessing plays hard, and, she gives you some things that, you got to do as a team, and we definitely want to try to get her on the floor as much as we can.
It was a little bit of a foul fest, too. We fouled in the first half. They fouled in the first half. We couldn't get to the free throw line in the first half, but in the second half, we were able to get there. We knocked down 17 of 23 free throws, all of those in the second half.
Yeah, that was huge, being able to – I think we wanted to challenge them inside, and we were able to get to the free throw line, and, if you make your free throws, you're going to win the game.
And how about Jordan Hallman? If she's not the OVC Player of the Week, I don't know who should be, but Jordan Hallman, 22 points, 14 rebounds in the win against SIUE. Coach, that is her 7th double-double in her Little Rock Trojan career. The 14 rebounds is a career high. She eclipsed that by 2 rebounds that she had set in a game against Arkansas State with 14.
I mean, that was a great effort on her part. I mean, 14 defensive rebounds, that's sort of unheard of, but she was really crashing the board. She was everywhere. And then, one thing we asked Jordan to do a lot is she's guarding the best player on the other team, and we're dependent on her to do that, and she did a great job on Saturday.
7 of 14 from the floor, played 39 minutes for you, 2 of 5 behind the three-point line, and in that game you were 4 of 12 behind the three. SIUE, they like to shoot the three-pointer, 6 of 21 for them, and it seemed like at times that they just could not miss from out there.
Yeah, they got some really good shooters, so I thought our game plan was, the girls did it really well. We can't let them get going out there, and we took a lot of those threes away. And one thing I told them, Trey, that I was really proud of was, it's tough bouncing back after that, game against Lindenwood. I mean, you go in, you get, you prepare for Lindenwood, and they come in here and put it on you, and then, being able to go out there on Saturday and play as well as we did, that was a big, a big plus for our team.
Might have learned something about your team, too, that even though it doesn't go your way, you're able to flush it and get away from that and get ready and focused on the next game.
Yeah, that was huge. I told them that was the thing that I really liked the most about the game is they were able to do that.
Well, let's talk about this week. We hit the road for the last time this season in the regular season, obviously the conference tournament in Evansville, Indiana. But we head to Macomb, Illinois on Wednesday, play there on Thursday. That game will tip off at 5 o'clock. We'll be on the air with the pregame show at 4:45. Western Illinois came into the Jack earlier this season. They won 75-59. They sit atop of the OVC conference standings right now. But I go back to that Western Illinois game earlier this year, Coach. It was a 5-point game when a couple of calls didn't go our way, and Western Illinois kind of took control when some of our girls fouled out.
Yeah, that was a big issue in the first game. Was a little bit of foul trouble for us. So, we're looking forward to the challenge. I mean, I think that it'll be a tough place to play there, at Western, but our girls will be ready.
One of the things that's weird about when you go to Western Illinois, you go there for your shoot-around, you go there for practice. Seems like every other sport that they have going on right now is practicing inside of Western Hall. Yeah. That is where you play the game. Track and field, it seems like the football offseason is in there as well. Softball and baseball, they're all practicing inside that one facility.
Yeah, it's usually pretty cold up there, so I'm sure they're trying to get somewhere where they can get it. So we're out there practicing and hearing the bats in the batting cage and all that. So I think our girls have been through it a lot. We got 6 games left, so they've been through a lot of different situations, and I hope they come out ready to play on Thursday.
Game on Thursday, 5 o'clock, and then we turn it around and play on Saturday, 1 o'clock, our last trip to Charleston, Illinois to take on Eastern Illinois. Oh, by the way, if you watched the football game last night, yep, Tony Romo, Sean Payton, they all played at Eastern Illinois. Yep. So throw a little football into the talk here tonight. Who'd you have last night in the game, by the way?
Well, I picked, I was pulling a little bit for New England, but I really like Seattle's defense. I mean, that was a great effort on their part, and it was, I know it wasn't the most exciting game to watch, but, defensively they really got after them.
I stopped by practice today, and it seemed like you guys were going at it pretty hard.
Going at it hard today, yeah. I mean, I think we tried to get up and down and get themselves going a little bit. We'll do it again tomorrow, and then we'll travel on Wednesday.
All right. He's Steve Weedor. I'm Trey Schaap. Jordan Hallman's going to join us after the break here at Waldo's Chicken and Beer. It's Trojan Talk. Back with more after this. Stay right here. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
At Stevens, our philosophy is to invest every dollar as if it were our own, to seize opportunity, to anticipate rather than react, to deliver constant focus in an ever-changing world, and to pursue the objectives of our clients in order to help them reach their financial goals. A proven history of helping companies and individuals. Stevens, member NYSE SIPC.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Welcome back to Trojan Talk. Live here at Waldo's Chicken and Beer in the Breckenridge Village Shopping Center. 4:30 and Rodney Parham is where we are. I am Trey Schaap, joined by Jordan Hallman, graduate on the Little Rock women's basketball team. Jordan, we were talking during the break. You are extremely close to reaching a club that is an elusive club that not many people are able to get into, and that is to score 1,000 points at Little Rock. What would it mean to you if you were able to get into that club?
I think it would mean a lot. I'm very excited. I didn't know, and Lainey was like looking at our points or whatever and see how much we had, and she just screamed at me and told me I was close to 1,000. And I was like, okay, so now it's my focus to get 1,000.
Focus to get 1,000, also focus to get some wins. Mm-hmm. It's going to be tough this week with the last two road games of the regular season to Western Illinois and Eastern Illinois. What do you think it'll take against Western to try and get a victory on Thursday?
Defensive stops on 22, defensive stops on her, and blocking out, crashing the boards, and running the offense. Yeah,
Mia Nicastro just she's good.
She is.
She's good, but if we can play solid defense, I think we can hopefully give her some problems that she has to think about and maybe keep the ball out of her hands some.
Yes.
Is that part of the game plan maybe?
Yes. We got very close. Last time we played them, we were super close. I think some fouls got in our way a little bit, but yeah.
Last game in Macomb last year, you had a record game with 9 steals in that game. That record per game still stands as a Little Rock Trojan with 9 steals. How were you able to steal the ball that many times from them?
I think they just put it right there in front of me, and I just grabbed it.
So when they put it right there in front of you, you're like, okay, I see ball, I'm going to get ball.
Yeah, that's why they were just handing it to me. So I was like, okay, I'll just take it.
Well, maybe they'll do that again.
Hopefully.
I mean, you can take it. What's it like playing up there in Macomb? I mean, you've played in other venues and stuff, but that Western Hall, it's a little bit different, isn't it?
They're mean. The band are very mean. The fans are very mean, but they have a nice court. Very nice to play on the court, but the atmosphere is terrible.
The band is mean. I guess I don't hear them sometimes. What are they saying?
They just yell at people. Like, they yell at people on the bench. Like, people that don't get in that much, they yell at them all the time.
Try to get in your head?
And if you airball, they yell airball at you the whole time.
But if you go in there and you win, you can shut the band up, right?
Oh, they'll still say something, but you already won, so it don't matter.
And then a trip to Eastern Illinois. That's a place that's been tough for us this year. I mean, since we've been in the OVC. This is the last time through the OVC, the last two arenas that we will have to go to. Obviously, the conference tournament in Evansville. We're trying to gear to playing our best basketball when we get to March. Do you think that this team has played their best basketball, or are we getting close to being consistently playing our best basketball? Where do you think we are right now?
I think we're on our way to playing our best. I think after UT Martin, minus Lindenwood, we're on our way, like, getting up higher to playing our best. We're almost at a peak. Hopefully we peak at the right time.
So Lindenwood was just an outlier game. Just wanted, hey, we didn't come out, accident, throw it away. Let's get ready for the next one. You ladies were able to do that. How were y'all able to do that for the game against SIUE this past Saturday?
We just made sure to talk in our group chat and make sure everybody was, like, focused on the next game and let this game go, basically.
The group chat, what is that like? Is that you ladies just getting together? Do y'all go into one dorm room? Do you decide, okay, here's where we're going to meet at this time. We're going to go over the game plan and everything. Is that what you guys do?
Sometimes we text, and then sometimes, like, Naomi, I have a film session in her room, and then we'll all go in there and watch the film.
What's that like?
I'm, like, quiet. We're not as good as the coaches are with telling us what to do. We just watch basketball. We don't replay it as much. Like, Coach Bobby, he'll replay it like 15 times. We just let it play. Let it
play, watch it, try to get it in your head. Do you feel like that you guys are prepared every time you go out on the court?
Yes.
That you know what the other team's going to do? It's that film study, isn't it?
Yes. We watch it a lot.
Why did you decide to come to Little Rock?
The winning culture. I was excited to play for Foley also.
What did you think about him going into the Hall of Fame last weekend?
That was impressive. Very proud of him. I'm not surprised, though.
Do you like playing for him, or do you like playing for Coach Weedor better? Coach Weedor is here in attendance.
Foley don't like to run us. He runs us, so maybe Foley. He didn't run us as much. Like,
he didn't run you as much?
No, Foley didn't run us that much.
You don't like running?
No, he runs us twice a week still.
Well, I mean, you got to be in shape, right?
Yeah, but it's uncalled for. We run every day when we scrimmage, and then we run sidelines.
Maybe you can talk to him. You're a captain. Maybe you say, hey, Coach, we're getting towards the end of the year. Let's don't run as much. Let's run in the games.
Right.
Go up and down the court.
Maybe get Brendan together and talk to him. It's not, like, hard, but I just don't want to do it.
When you were out there on the court, is there anything in particular that you're looking for offensively to where if a defense does one thing, you're going to dish the ball to somewhere else? Or when do you decide, okay, I'm going to try to drive this one to the basket?
When I drive and they're, like, all, like coming in on me, I try to look out. But then if I see no one coming in, they just let it, like, sometimes they, like, play me to go right for some reason, so I just go right. And I just score on them. If not, then I'll pass it out and then try to get a rebound.
You hit the floor a lot. Is that just part of the game? Is that something that, you're just when you're going in, they're kind of bumping you a little bit, and you lose your balance, and you're a player that's not afraid to take a charge or hit the floor?
I'm just dramatic. Most of the time I don't get pushed down. I just fall.
Just to see if you can get a foul called?
Yep.
Officials, don't listen to this, please. We need all the help we can get. Your time in Little Rock, what's it been like?
Very fun. We've had some ups and downs each season I've been here, but it's been very fun. Learning, like, how to play defense and a new offense and the new coaches. It's very fun.
When you get to Evansville, and I know we're, several weeks away, you still got a lot of basketball left, going to get to play your last 4 games inside of the Jack Stevens Center, trying to get to Evansville in a good mindset, good basketball going in to try and make a run. How do you think this team can handle that? Do you think they're prepared for it?
I'm not sure right now, but maybe in like a week, maybe getting closer to March, I feel like we will be very prepared and ready for it.
If you guys are able to go to Evansville and cut down the nets and make team number 7 that goes to the NCAA tournament, how would that feel?
I'll feel very, very good. I'll probably cry.
Then you would cry.
Mm-hmm,
We were talking in the break if you would cry on senior day this year because you got recognized last year. I'm sure they're going to recognize you again as a graduate, but yeah, that would be nice.
Yep.
All right, Jordan, we'll get you some chicken. All right? Thanks. We'll see you on Thursday.
Yep.
All right, Jordan Hallman, ladies and gentlemen. We're live at Waldo's Chicken and Beer here in Breckenridge Village off of 430 and Rodney Parham. Head basketball coach Darryl Walker coming up. Stay with us.
The future is not about a bond reaching maturity. The future is what my grandfather worked for. It's what my father carried on. It's my responsibility today. The future is my son's tomorrow. At the Stevens Private Client Group, we believe that our strength builds success, not only for us, but for our clients. Stevens, member NYSE, SIPC.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
And may I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Game Time Wraps, a company whose roots are firmly planted in Arkansas but has worldwide vision, is your source for vehicle and architectural graphics and is a leader in sports flooring, serving customers across the country. Game Time Wraps does everything from their home base right here in Central Arkansas. Call them today at 501-771-9727 or visit their website at GameTimeWraps.com.
Arkansas Roundballers Big Joe Klein and Pat Bradley pontificate on Bet Saracen.
People ask me, what do basketball players know about football? What say you, Joe?
I explained that anyone can run up and down a grass field with a screwy-shaped ball, but it takes finesse to strategically launch a basketball from long distances at an 18-inch diameter steel hoop.
Dang, Joe, you sure are smart.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Welcome back to Waldo's Chicken and Beer here in West Little Rock, Trojan Talk. Joined by Darryl Walker, head basketball coach of your Little Rock Trojans. Coach, it's been a tough stretch here of late with, 4 games out of 6 on the road, and the middle of that having to come back home because of the weather after the loss at SEMO. And I thought your team, that game at Nashville against Tennessee State, I thought they played good until we got to about 4 minutes left.
Didn't score. We didn't score, and that's when you miss an alpha dog on your team like KK or Kellen Robinson, when you can put the ball in their hand and they can create some things for us. But overall, all these losses, I think these guys have really played. Trey, I think they've really played hard. I really feel bad for my team more than myself. I really feel bad for my guys because they're playing hard and just can't get it done.
Well, it's not like they're not giving effort.
No. The effort is there. If they wasn't giving the effort, they'd be hearing about it from me. So they're playing hard. They're playing well. They're doing what we ask them to do. At the end of the day, we have to be able to close games out, and we haven't been able to close games out. And we also don't have a closer.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you got to have that, and we don't have that right now. Do you think that the loss to Tennessee Tech was maybe a little bit of a hangover off of that Tennessee State game?
No, I just thought the Tennessee State game, it took a little bit out of us because we played one of the best teams in the league at home, on the road, and controlled the whole game to the last 4 minutes. And we go 4 minutes without scoring the basketball, and then we turned the ball over 5 times in that 4 minutes and kind of gave the game back to them. But that's the way it goes. The game's in ebbs and flows, and these guys have played hard. And I'm like, more than me, forget me, my record and all that. I'm not worried about none of that. These guys have played hard. We've been shorthanded all year long. And yeah, I know when the team quits, and those guys have played their butt. Played off with Tennessee Tech, then we went to Tennessee Martin and played.
And should have won that game.
Should have won that game and played our butts off and lost 55 to 52.
Yeah, that was a tough one. You guys stayed on the road for that one. And
right.
I didn't know if we were going to get there that day, as foggy as it was.
Yeah, we had to make that game up, and then got back home at 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Quick turnaround.
Got to the office Wednesday, then we had a game Thursday, then we had a game Saturday. So, everybody had to play. There's no excuses. We just didn't get it done.
Well, when you look at where you are right now and trying to get to Evansville, this week is crucial for that.
Oh, every game's been crucial for us. I mean, every game's been crucial for us. And we got I thought we had Eastern, but we got Western, then we got Eastern, then we come home for 4 games. And we come home for 4 games, it's still some tough teams. So anybody can beat anybody in this league. Moorhead went to UT Martin and beat them. So at the end of the day, we got to figure out how to win some games.
Seems like the
league starts with just winning 1.
Right, and it starts on Thursday night at Western Illinois, a place that we've had success up there, and they're playing Eastern tomorrow night, so they get the one day to prepare.
Right.
You're going to hit the road tomorrow to try and get the guys off their legs and get there early, get a workout in. And what's it like going up a team in Western Illinois that's looking and they're hungry for that first win?
Well, if you forget about it, it was a heck of a game at our place. I thought Griffith played well. All those guys played really good basketball, and they had 18 offensive rebounds, and they were right there in the basketball game.
And you were able to pull it out.
Yeah, we were, but it was a tough basketball game. And I told you in this league that anybody could beat anybody, that anybody could win the league, and that's been proven. You know, ourselves, Western, Eastern, we're having a tough time right now, but we're capable of beating anybody on any given day.
When you look at managing your players, and I know I've asked you this before, but as it gets towards the end of February, where you want to be peaking going into March in that conference tournament, how do you manage the time with your guys? Because you don't have a lot. I mean, you're having to play them multiple minutes.
Yeah, we practiced today. I went longer than I went in a long time. I think I started at 1, and I think I ended at 3:20. A lot of it was half court, breaking some stuff down. Then we would go up and down the court. So we were out there for a while. We'll practice tomorrow at 11 o'clock before we get on the plane to head to St. Louis. And then Wednesday we won't do anything. We won't do anything. We'll chill. We'll walk through some stuff at the arena, and we'll get ready to play Thursday. So they'll have a full day to rest. Wednesday.
I heard St. Louis. That means Charlie Guitos.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm looking forward to that on Saturday night on the way back, by the way.
Yeah.
Man, that is such a good place to go.
You guys got to go through St. Louis on the way back, don't you?
Well, I'm with you guys.
Oh, well, yeah.
So, yeah. Tuck's not making this trip, so I got you guys on.
So he's bailing out already,
He's bailing out. Yeah. Oh, Tuck.
He ain't no spring chicken anymore, so I understand.
When you look at, what you have left, what you need to do, in your mind, what do you guys need to do besides just win?
Win one game.
Yeah.
Win one basketball game. If you win one, then that can lead to another one, then that can lead to another. But you can't talk about all that until you win one basketball game. And we've had some tough losses. It's been a frustrating year. I can't get mad at these guys because a lot of guys are playing out of position, and you look at the good guards that you have on the bench, and Kaysen and Kellen. Forget KK. I'm not even KK's out. I'm just talking about Kellen and Kaysen. That's some toughness. That's also some shooting that's sitting on the bench right there. But that doesn't mean anything. This is the hand that I've been dealt, and I'm really don't like to talk about it, Trey, to be honest about it, because at the end of the day, I still think if we can win one, we can start running some games off. We've done it before, but you got to win one first.
Jonathan Lawson, when he is on, this team seems to really click.
Yeah, well, it's a problem because Braxton and Jonathan have to score for us to win basketball games. Because at the end of the day, our bigs, they're not really guarding our bigs right now. I've showed that to them on film, so everything's clogged up in the lane right now.
Because they're packing in.
They're packing it in, and coaches get paid to watch film too now. It's no bad coaches in this OVC. Some good basketball coaches in this league, but we got to figure out how to coach around that, and that's what I've been doing.
Kachi stepped out from time to time. He can hit the three-pointer when he is on, and that's good. Cameron Wallace, what do you need from him?
Well, he needs to be a consistent basketball player and learn how to play the game the right way. Most junior college players, as Coach Baker says, takes them a year to get acclimated on what you're really doing offensively and defensively. And he struggles along with Truman. They struggle sometimes what we're doing offensively and defensively. Because you're in junior college, look, let's just be honest. You get to shoot all the balls. You don't have to pass the ball. You don't have to play defense. And then you come play for a guy like me that says, no, you can't shoot all the basketballs. And you got to play defense, and you got to play within a structure. That could be a problem sometimes for certain players.
Coach Foley,
and he struggled with that.
Coach Joe Foley went into Hall of Fame this past weekend, and he's always told me that I'll let you shoot as much as you want, but you better play defense on the other end.
And rebound the basketball. I mean, if you rebound the basketball and doing all the dirty work, a coach will live with some things and let you do some things. But if you're not doing one, you're not doing the other, that's a problem.
Truman Claytor, it seems to me like he's hot or cold
Yeah, well,
is that what you're seeing?
He's something like Vinny Johnson, who used to play with the Detroit Pistons. He can come in and be a microwave and get hot, or he can come in and go 1 for 10. So it's just a catch-22.
We need him to be hot.
And that's nothing bad against Truman. It's just the way it is.
We need him to be hot.
Yeah, need to be consistent. You don't have to be hot all the time. Just be consistent.
Right. Hope warm. Consistently warm.
Yeah, just be consistent.
That would be good. He's Darryl Walker. I'm Trey Schaap. We're back with more live here at Waldo's Chicken and Beer in West Little Rock. Stay with us.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Strength is measured not by the number of accounts. Strength is placing value on relationships. It's having the vision and the guts to invest in growth. It's the commitment to responsibly manage your money. At Stevens, we believe that our strengths build success, not only for us, but for our clients. Stevens, member NYSE, SIPC.
Need a simple breakfast, lunch, or dinner for your family, team, or business? Proud sponsor and local owner-operator AJ Roller's Chick-fil-A restaurant at Markham University has you covered. From Chick-fil-A nuggets in mini trays, mac and cheese trays, to chocolate chunk cookie and chocolate fudge brownie trays. Order through the Chick-fil-A app or call the store. AJ's team will have breakfast, lunch, or dinner ready for you and your team in no time. And don't forget to pick up a gallon of their famous freshly made tea or freshly squeezed lemonade.
The Trojans have been dominating in the paint, but does it guarantee a win? We'll see, Peter.
Like how playing the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is a guaranteed win for students.
Huh?
Every ticket you buy in Arkansas funds scholarships. And since 2009, they've raised more than $1.5 billion for Arkansas students.
Wow. So no matter the score, that's a win for students. Back to the game.
That's right, folks. Playing the lottery is a big win for students and could be for you, too. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Welcome back to Waldo's Chicken and Beer. Trojan Talk here with Coach Darryl Walker. I am Trey Schaap. And, Coach, you look at where you are in the league right now. I don't know if it's must-win time, but it's pretty close to that.
No, any time you're in this league is must-win time. You got to win games, and that's been a struggle for us. That's been a struggle. That's no secret. We've had a tough stretch. I've been in this position before. We just got to try to get to the tournament and win some games.
Who are some of the other players that you're going to count on? I see Truman Claytor come off the bench, Tracy Steele Jr. come off the bench. Who are some of the other guys that you're counting on right now?
Well, Caleb has to.
Penny Feather?
And he's been playing good. For the minutes that he gets, Caleb rebounds the ball. He blocks the shot. Now, you got to understand, this is supposed to be his freshman year this year. We had to play him last year because we had so many injuries. He should be a freshman, but he's coming along.
And then, obviously, Toon Gatkek, a starter for you. Nice to have him back after he went through a little bit of injuries at the beginning, right before conference play started. What does he bring to this team?
Well, the defensive stuff, the stuff that he covers up defensively and blocking shots and rotating over and changing shots and deflecting shots and getting deflections when we're in our 21 press. He does a lot of things for us defensively.
When you look towards next year and building a team with this day and age of the transfer portal and NIL and everything, I mean, are you running it like an NBA team?
It is an NBA team. I mean, this is all professional sports. This is not Darryl Walker at the University of Arkansas or Joe Klein at the University of Arkansas. Those days are over where kids stay 3 and 4 years at one spot. Those days are over with. Hey, man, I look at these guys and you got them for 6 or 7 months and that's it. I hate to say that, Trey, but that's just the way it is. Don't take it personal. That's just the way it is. This is pro sports now. This is not college anymore.
Saw John Inscoff in here a little while ago, a national champion with the Razorback basketball team. Is that a fraternity, guys?
Yes, a fraternity, because if you play 3 years there or 4 years there and you stay at Arkansas all those years, people get attached to you and they know who you are. In today's game, nobody's going to get attached to anybody, because you see Trey Schaap for 1 year and Trey Schaap's playing somewhere else the next year. So they don't really get to know you. They don't get to spend no time with you. Those days are gone in college basketball where you see guys stay 3 and 4 years at one spot. That kid that hit the shot against Duke is a 4-year guy. Mm-hmm. And I was hearing Hubert Davis talk about how it was so exciting that he hit the shot because he had been there for 4 years at North Carolina. He's going to always be remembered.
Do you think we will have much of that ever again?
I don't think so. Hey, Trey, you better get past all that, man. This is professional sports now. It's not going to be those. You see Joe Klein and Darrell Walker stay at one school for 4 years. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Now, if you're a really good player at Arkansas and you like it and you want to stay there, well, you'll probably stay and get paid a nice salary and all that good stuff. But in today's game, with so many agents and so many handlers in these kids' ears about leaving, they're going to leave. They're going to leave, and it's funny how I talk to so many. The few coaches I do talk to are scared to hold their players accountable, scared to say something to them because they're worried about them putting their name in the portal. And I'm saying they're going to put their name in the portal whether you're Bobby Knight, Dean Smith, or Coach Sutton that never said a word. So at the end of the day, you better be who you are as a coach.
When you look at going to the United Athletic Conference next year, do you change how you recruit going into that conference as opposed to the Ohio Valley?
I think it's a little higher level than the OVC. So Coach Baker and I have been talking about that already and recruiting some guys already that's at a higher level. And we have a couple of guys on our team right now that's a higher level. But yeah, it's going to be less travel and it's going to be a better league.
Heading into the state of Texas too for some games.
Yeah, you can go to UT Arlington. I can go see my man Billy Gillespie at Tarleton. So it's going to be a lot less travel, and it's nothing against the OVC. The OVC has been a good league to us, but at the end of the day, that's a long ride to Macomb, Illinois. That's a long ride to Charleston. That's a long ride to Moorhead, Kentucky, and Evansville. Those are brutal bus rides, and I have no problem with it because I enjoy coaching, and I ain't got no problem sitting on the bus because I'm watching the satellite TV. I'm in control of the TV the whole time.
You got your heater up there, too,
I
noticed.
The heater up there, and Ray Tucker's griping about he wants to watch football, and I tell him no.
Ray Tucker doesn't like the chicken. I understand. He hates going to chicken as much as you guys stop for chicken sometimes.
No, I'm not having any. I haven't had any meat this whole month. I'm not eating any meat this whole month. I feel good.
Meat-free month.
Yep.
Okay.
I feel good. I can tell I've lost weight quickly. I'm not missing it, to be honest about it.
You probably had a glass or two of red every now and then, though, right?
Well, that's never going to be off the diet.
When you look at your makeup for next season, when you try to put together, obviously, your non-conference schedule with your conference schedule, is it going to be that similar to this year, what you were able to do, or are you going to not be on the road as much as you were this year?
We're not going to be on the road as much, and knock on wood, hopefully we stay healthy. But, Trey, this season ain't over with yet. We got to get on this road and win one. When you win one, you can win another one. Then you can win another. At the end of the day, you got to win one to get started to win 3 or 4 in a row.
Well, if we started at Macomb, Illinois, it travels to Charleston, Illinois, and then you come back home. If you come back home on a 2-game winning streak with 4 in the Jack,
and it's going to be some competition. Moorhead, SEMO, and Martin coming in Southern Indiana. Those are good teams, but that's down the road. I'm thinking about Macomb. I've watched four film on Western Illinois already, so we getting ready for those guys.
They're a team that, like we talked about earlier in the first segment with you, is they're hungry for a win. They're 0-14 in the league right now.
They have nothing to lose. If you go in there and give them some life right away, it's going to be a long night for you. Just like we did at home, we gave them some life in the second half.
They are 3-7 at home this season, 1-14 away from their arena, but 0-14 in league play. What do you think it is about them to where they just haven't been able to get over the hump?
I don't think Chad has to. That one year he won 19. The year I won it, I think he won 20 games. They were really good. I thought they were one of the better teams in the league. Last year they were okay, and this year I don't think the talent level is where Chad wants it to be. And let's just be honest, when you don't have enough dudes, it's a problem. And you look at our team, and it's a nice looking team on paper and all that stuff, but it's a moving parts that's not there. And like Kellen and KK and Kaysen and Terrion Burgess. Those are really 4 good guys that can maneuver the ball, they can ping the ball, they can guard, they can shoot the ball. So you understand, that's a lot of shooting that's sitting on the bench right there. Nobody talks about that. Forget about the other stuff. That's shooting that's sitting on the bench right there.
Solid shooting.
Guys that can shoot the basketball.
Yeah. rehabbing Trayvon Jackson. How's his rehab coming along?
He's rehabbing. He's been cleared, but he's not going to be ready.
He's not in shape.
No, he's not in shape. He's not going to be ready to play anytime soon. So he's been cleared. We just got to keep working and see what happens down the line with him.
All right. Well, Coach, we'll see you in Macomb on Thursday night.
I'll see you on the road. Okay.
I'm ready for Charlie Guito's on Saturday night. I'm going to go get some lobster spaghetti. Daryl Walker. I am Trey Schaap. We're going to be joined by wrestling coach Neil Arisman after the break. It's Trojan Talk live from Waldo's Chicken and Beer here in West Little Rock. Stay with us.
At Stevens, our philosophy is to invest every dollar as if it were our own, to seize opportunity, to anticipate rather than react, to deliver constant focus in an ever-changing world, and to pursue the objectives of our clients in order to help them reach their financial goals. A proven history of helping companies and individuals. Stevens, member NYSE SIPC.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Did you know you can experience unlimited access to ArkansasOnline.com and premium sports content? That's right. Get news anytime, anywhere, including daily and breaking email newsletters sent directly to your inbox. Get access to archives, photo galleries, event calendars, and much more. Take advantage of a digital subscription today at ArkansasOnline.com and stay connected to the most reliable, up-to-date news anytime, anywhere.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Welcome back to Trojan Talk here at Waldo's Chicken and Beer in West Little Rock. Joined now by Neil Arisman, head wrestling coach for your Little Rock Trojans. Coach, good to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
You didn't want to get out in the snow a couple of weeks ago.
Well, I took a left out of my road, and there was a wreck, and that was one way to the interstate. And took a left the other way, and there was another wreck. So
you said, I'm parking it.
I said, I think I should just stay home.
Yeah. I don't want to wrap any metal around the tree, that's for sure. Or fiberglass. What are the cars made out of now? Fiberglass, metal? Yeah.
Both.
Yeah, both. You don't want to tear up an engine or anything. What's it like this year? What's it been like for you guys?
Man, it's we had really, really high expectations. We had some really good guys coming back. And we were really excited, and then we hit a lot of adversity, whether it be injuries or just young guys learning hard lessons. And so kind of felt like we had to take a step back and reevaluate what direction we're going here. But the guys have really persevered. I think if you look at our schedule,
it's tough.
I'd be hard-pressed to find a tougher schedule, and that's not coach talk.
That is true.
You can go look at it, and just been excited for how the guys have grown, even though it's been extremely hard. But doing well.
Yeah, you started it at home. Mm-hmm. You had Carl Albert State came in, Central Oklahoma came in, won both of those. Then you go up to Columbia, Missouri, Tiger-style invitational, University of Missouri. Yep. That's a really good squad. Illinois, Missouri again, Minnesota, SIUE and the Cougar Clash up December the 7th in Edwardsville, Indiana, Ohio State. We're talking Power 4 schools here, Coach, that you're wrestling against. Oklahoma State, Oregon State, Missouri again here at the Jack Stevens Center. What was that atmosphere like?
It was awesome. We had a great crowd. I don't know what the numbers were, but I think we were close to 1,000 people. And it was really, really cool. I felt like we wrestled well, especially for what we had in our lineup. Like we fought, made it interesting, and but in the end, we fell a little short.
When you're in the Jack Stevens Center and the mat's down and everything, and you've got your guys out there, and you've got that maroon jacket on, what's that atmosphere like?
It is. It's incredible. When especially when we have a lot of fans, and we come running out. We have our mat side group, which is our ambassadors, which we have some here today. Thanks to Joe for coming out. When you have those people on top of you yelling and screaming, like that's a really, really cool atmosphere, and that's been a game changer for us the last 3 years. When we had Oklahoma State here last year, we had a great crowd, and it was intense, and it puts a lot of pressure on the other team, and gives some excitement to our guys.
How can you become one of those mat side ambassadors?
Oh, it's easy. You just call up and say, hey, I want to be on the mat side, and just a small donation, and we'll make it happen.
That's awesome. I mean, could you get some sweat slung on you from a wrestling match going on?
Absolutely. They can fall in your lap. They can, they'll be right there. And, it's one thing to, sit on the, front row of a football game and you can hear the pads
court side
popping,
of a basketball
right?
game. Yeah.
But when a heavyweight drives someone off the mat and falls right at your feet, you're like, oh, this is real. It gets real quick.
It gets intense, doesn't it? Senior Day is coming up on Sunday. You have Cal Poly coming into the Jack Stevens Center noon for that match, and then you're off to the Pac-12 championships. But let's talk about Senior Day and what those guys mean to you.
Yeah, I mean, this is a crew that's been here. They've been here for a while. And a couple transfers that have really brought a lot of value to our team, and so we're very grateful for them. Some of them have waited 4 years to start. This is their only time to get a shot, and to have people who persevere and stick it out, that's a testament to our program. It's a testament to our season, and to have those guys that there's not a lot of people that stay put anymore. They don't get what they want and they leave. And these guys said, "This is our home. We're going to make it our home, and however long it takes, we're gonna fight for it."
Neil, when you were building this program, is this what you envisioned?
Really, really cool story is we had 19 goals. I don't know why. It was the 19 goals I came out with,
yeah.
Right? And being top 25 in the first 5 years was part of that, and then moving into the top 10. And we're currently ranked 12th in the tournament rankings. And I think that if we, do what we're supposed to and swing above our weight class, which is what we've always done, I think we could do that. And so, yeah, that's my expectations. I also had realistic, understanding that it was gonna take time, and that's not something that resonates well with me or sits well with me. It's not part of my expectations, but you learn a lot of patience when you're starting a program from scratch. You learn a lot of perseverance, and you learn how to celebrate the little things, and I think that's what's gotten us here.
After this match with Cal Poly, it's the Pac-12 championships out in California. A little bit of a time off. Did you make the schedule out that way by design to give your guys a little bit of time to rest and recoup and get ready for that push? Because out there at the Pac-12 championships is where you qualify for the NCAAs.
Yeah, big training phase for us. That's an important training phase. We always try to schedule at least 2 weeks, if not 3, where there's no competition. It allows their bodies to, they're not weighing in every weekend, so they can gain a little bit of weight. They can put some strength back on. And that way we can really peak for the Pac-12 championships, because at that point, whether you're going to be going to the NCAA championships or not.
What was it like last year at the Pac-12 championships?
It was awesome. I mean, regardless of all the stuff that happened afterwards, we won it, fair and square, outright. We beat them up. We showed up. We showed out, and it was a really cool feeling, because it was like everything came together at once, and we were on fire.
Yeah, Little Rock Wrestling is on the map now, and when you go out and you perform like that, it just adds to the prestige of it. Correct?
Yeah, I mean it's one thing to win the regular season. It's another thing to win the regular season and then go win the tournament. And that was what was like, we hadn't reached that yet. It was a new pinnacle for us. And man, what a cool feeling. Those guys, like, putting that hat on, putting that shirt on, and, raising up the trophy, like, that's what guys want to come here for.
No doubt about it. LRTrojans.com is where you can go to get tickets to wrestling, basketball, baseball, any of them. Baseball starts on Friday, by the way, at Gary Hogan Field. And so Little Rock baseball coming off of a trip to the NCAA tournament last year, Ohio Valley Conference tournament champions. Won 3 games in Baton Rouge, beat Dallas Baptist, beat LSU. We're a game away from going to the Super Regional. Neil Arisman, I'm Trey Schaap. We're back with more after this. We're going to wrap it up from here at Waldo's Chicken and Beer. It's Trojan Talk. Stay with us.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
The future is not about a bond reaching maturity. The future is what my grandfather worked for. It's what my father carried on. It's my responsibility today. The future is my son's tomorrow. At the Stevens Private Client Group, we believe that our strength builds success, not only for us, but for our clients. Stevens, member NYSE, SIPC.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Game Time Wraps, a company whose roots are firmly planted in Arkansas but has worldwide vision, is your source for vehicle and architectural graphics and is a leader in sports flooring, serving customers across the country. Game Time Wraps does everything from their home base right here in Central Arkansas. Call them today at 501-771-9727 or visit their website at GameTimeWraps.com.
Welcome back to Trojan Talk here at Waldo's Chicken and Beer. Don't forget, Friday, 3 o'clock, first pitch, as your Little Rock Trojans take on Eastern Michigan to open up their season, followed by a game on Saturday at 2 o'clock and then 1 o'clock. Go in and watch a little wrestling at the Jack Stevens Center. You can get over there. You might miss first pitch, but watch a little wrestling at noon in the Jack and then head over to Gary Hogan Field to watch the baseball team. You get there about 2 o'clock. You'll be good to go, I think, with that. But
on the new turf, too.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I love it. It's awesome. I'm happy for Coach Curry. He's a good friend of mine. He's a good mentor. And it was pretty awesome to see what they did last year. I mean, I was pumped. My kids love to go. We're always the family that's a distraction in the stands with all my kids running
distraction
around.
To the other team?
Yeah, sure. It's a distraction in general. But
what's it like, I mean, being part of this Little Rock community for you?
Well, that was one of the things that really drew me here. When Chase was the AD, that was one thing that you just kind of saw right away. And you felt like it was a family. And you felt like everyone's here fighting the same battle and trying to win the same war. And so when you looked around, you saw people in the trenches with you. You didn't feel like you were on an island when you got here. And I think that was that was really important for my growth as a coach. I was young, full of fire and gas, and Coach Curry has been a huge help to me. He's a huge part of our success with just some of the calm down Neil talks.
Yeah. Yeah, he's more of a mellow guy. I mean, he doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low, but it was nice to see them have success last year towards the end of the season, because they had that all season long. Obviously, injuries are part of it, but when they clicked, they could click and they could beat anybody. They showed it. I mean, they were the last team to beat the national champion.
That's right. That's right. And they earned it.
Yeah.
You know, and they had them down.
They did.
Like let's not forget, they had them down, and it looked like it was going to go their way. But I'm excited for them. You know, they got a lot of those guys coming back, and I think they're going to do well.
Yeah, the box was silent there for a while in Baton Rouge.
I loved it.
Yeah, that was nice. We talked about it a little bit earlier. The seniors that you will be recognizing this week, those that will, wrestle for the last time inside of the Jack. What does it mean for you to see them achieve some of their goals, like a Matty Bianchi, who was an All-American last year, and see their banners hanging inside of the Jack Stevens Center?
Yeah, I mean, what a cool thing. Like, Matty was one of 3 Bianchis to come here, and
do they have any more Bianchis?
They do. The best one, it's the sister. Her name's Angie. I can see
we don't have women's wrestling,
or we might have a 4th. But when we recruited Matty, Joey came first, and then Paul transferred in, and Matty did not want to follow his brothers, like not in a bad way, but Matty is an individual. And I remember I sat down and I was like, hey, we want you for you. Like, this program's going to be built on Bianchi's, and we think you're going to do something really, really special here. Like, we love your brother, we love Paul, but we think you could do something really special. And we were right. Like, we just saw someone with tenacity that was just unbreakable. He had that unbreakable spirit. He really wanted to do more than win. He wanted to defeat his opponent. And it didn't matter what it was. He wasn't going to be stopped.
Was it hard to sell that to the parents?
I don't think when you're trying to get all 3 boys to go to the same spot, it's hard to sell that. I think Joey was the easiest sell. And then, Paul jumped on board, and Matty was the hardest. Matty was the toughest. It took a lot. It took a couple home visits, had to eat Mom's good cooking a few times to make it happen. But
now that you've been here for several years and you've got that Little Rock wrestling name established, when you go into homes now, Neil, does it make that conversation a little more easier to have with a wrestler and their parents as well about here's our program, here's what we're about?
You got to have a lot of humility when you first start a program and you walk in and they go, so are you guys Division I? And that's a tough conversation, right? And so going in and not having to set the tone for who we are, from what we've done, we can set the tone for who we are as a culture and, hey, the expectations of, this is who we're going to be, and if you want to be a part of that, like them already seeing our success, we signed 2 top 30 pound-for-pound recruits in the country coming in next year, and then we have 1 in the next class already, and the last ones that we had were 2 All-Americans for us. So
yeah.
We're kind of back in that in that rhythm, and it's not just our success, it's our culture, and it breeds success, and it breeds that want and desire to be here. And so walking into houses right now with a little bit of swagger and, a lot less explaining, that's a lot of fun.
You don't have to explain to them where Little Rock, Arkansas is either.
You still got to do that sometimes,
a little bit,
right? But yeah, you don't have to explain it.
When you are traveling around the country and people see you, they recognize it. Okay, that's a good wrestling program.
Yep. It's really cool because they always start the conversation with, man, you guys are doing a great job. Like we love watching Matty Bianchi. We love watching Stephen Little. When you guys beat Mizzou that time, like those are the conversations we're having, and we try not to get too high, but it definitely is fun.
Do you feel like you have some NCAA qualifiers this year on the squad?
Yeah, I mean, right now, if we finish the season strong, we'll have 4 guys that will allocate a spot. And how it works with wrestling is you got to allocate a spot, and then you got to go place that spot at your conference. So I'll give you an example. At 125 pounds, if there's 2 allocations, you have to place top 2. So I feel pretty confident. Matty's ranked 5th in the country. I think Steve's ranked 3rd. They're in a really good spot. And then Javon Jones and Brock Herman are both right in that top 20.
When I had Matty on earlier this year on Trojan Talk, we were talking about the banner that is up there inside of the Jack Stevens Center. There's a little bit of room left to add another year to that banner if he can make All-American again this year. What would that mean to you as a coach to have him do that again?
Well, I'll first tell you my belief is that it can say national champion. He's right there. And I think it would be incredible, not just for me, but because we haven't had anybody who's worked as hard and lived his life in such a way that Matty has, that I would get emotional to see him have national champion right there.
That'd be awesome. Coach, good luck this week.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Senior Day inside of the Jack Stevens Center on Sunday for Little Rock Wrestling. That'll do it for us. We're back next Monday here for Trojan Talk at Waldo's Chicken and Beer. Don't forget, Little Rock basketball, Western Illinois against your Trojans on Thursday. The ladies at 5.
Trojan Talk.
We'll be on the air at 4:45.
From Waldo's Chicken and Beer. This broadcast was brought to you by Dillard's, Stevens, and Pepsi.